Okay, so now our second part of this innate immune system is about the innate immune cells, and these innate immune cells contain different type of cells. Actually, there is a long list about these innate immune cells. Actually, and but I am taking only some few examples on the basis of their work. Okay, so these are some few examples, but keep wait for uh, some time because I will upload uh, each and every video for these uh, each and every cell. Okay, so I will upload separate videos for all these each and every cells. So keep it and will understand the detail in those videos. So I am taking here only brief. So this brief is about like first of all I'm going to brief. I want to explain you about some small description of these cells in our immune part. Actually, blood that have three types of cells, you know very well, and these cells are RBC, WBC, okay, and platelets. So these are three cells. RBC are called as erythrocytes, WBC are called as leukocytes, okay, and platelets are called as thrombocytes. Out of these, WBC have two types, and these two types are agranulocyte, agranulocytes. Those do not have granules, that's why it is called as agranulocyte. Cytes means cells. And second is the granulocyte. Okay, so these granulocytes, okay, because they have granules, these cells have granules. Okay, agranulocytes have two types again. These are monocytes and lymphocytes. Okay, but granulocytes have three different types. These are acidophils, basophils, and third one is neutrophils. Okay, monocytes. I'm taking red color so you can understand easily. Monocytes and neutrophils both have phagocytic activity. So these work as phagocytes. Okay, these work as phagocytes means we can say that phagocytosis. Okay, so they work phagocytosis means they directly engulf the pathogens. Okay, suppose this is a phagocyte cell and there is a pathogen outside here, so these cells go there and just so this is pathogen which is colored with the yellow. Okay, so this is pathogen and phagocyte cover it from outside and engulf it into itself, and likewise this is the pathogen. Okay, and now this pathogen will send to the another part, that is lysosome. Okay, and lysosome can degrade this pathogen and present its part. Those are parts, those are work as antigens. Okay, so phagocytosis process is done by the monocytes and neutrophils, Whereas lymphocytes, that is part of the third line defense actually. Okay. So that's why we will discuss it into the acquired immune system or acquired immunity. Acidophil and basophil, these both work for the allergic reactions, okay, or we can say that for the inflammatory reactions. Okay, inflammatory reactions. Okay, so they are work for the inflammatory reactions. So every WBC have a specific feature and work. Okay, so we are talking about the granulocytes. So granulocytes, both the granulocyte neutrophil, this works as like phagocytosis, acidophil and basophil. It works as the allergic reactions, or we can say that inflammation. So that is the different process or allergic reactions. Okay, so granulocyte give signal to our immune system so that we can understand that what type of pathogen are there, and we can how to fight uh, against to those pathogens. Okay, phagocytes are these neutrophil and monocytes. Generally, monocytes are those cells which are free flowing into the blood vessel. Suppose this is blood vessel and this is the monocyte. Okay, so monocyte is generally free flowing into the blood vessel. Okay, but suppose it is attaching to the surface and moving into the blood. But whenever it finds that okay there is a pathogen, so it goes to there and kill the pathogen. Okay, engulf the pathogen and kill the pathogen. So it can work into the blood, in blood, okay, as well as outside the blood. Whenever it works outside the blood, then it converted in different cell. It comes out by the process diapedesis, and it converted into the different shaped cell, and that is called as macrophage. So actually macrophage is none the other, that is the same monocyte, but whenever it reaches to the local tissue where the pathogen or any foreign particle came to there, then it converted its shape and functions, then it will be called as macrophages. Okay, so monocytes and macrophages both are the phagocytic cells, and they help us by preventing from the pathogens. Next is inflammatory cells. Next are inflammatory cells, and inflammatory cells can cause swelling, pain, redness. Okay, so these are signals of the inflammation. Inflammation can cause sometimes itching. Okay, suppose you are walking uh, just besides the uh, or just along the bank of the river, or otherwise you are walking on the beach, then you sometimes you find that okay there is sometimes some kind of itching is there in your leg, and whenever you find, then you check and find that okay there is some kind of redness and itching is there whenever you itch, and you feel sometimes pain also. So that is because of the that is showing because of the any organism which might bite you. Okay, so biting or otherwise the release has some toxin or chemical which is not good for you, and that's why itching is there and redness is there. So that is the inflammatory reaction, and it also contains swelling, pain, redness. So that is the inflammatory reaction, and inflammatory reaction is determined by the specific cells, and these are called as Mast cells. Okay, so Mast cells are those cells which send us signals of the inflammation. Mast cells also releases a chemical, and that is called as histamine. So histamine based signals are responsible for the inflammation. Next innate immune cells are the antigen presenting cells, or these are called as APC, antigen presenting cells. Okay, APCs. The APC are those cells which present antigen to the lymphocyte. Actually, they do not. Generally, they do not kill the pathogen, but it might be. So it depends that which type of cells are these. Suppose there is a dendritic cell, then it do not kill the pathogen. It generally goes to the nearby the phagocytes and take the pathogens or their particle that are works as an antigen, and present these antigenic parts to the different lymphoid cells. So the lymphocytic cells can identify these and start the releasing some chemicals which can fight to those